see, it's not my fault too.
My name is Wisdom Mauli. I was born and bred in Sunyani in the Bronga Hafo region. I was staying there with my parents, but along the line when I was in class 4, there was a divorce between my mom and my dad. So I was taken to my grandfather, who was a pastor at Keta in the Volta region. And in the house that we were living, we had some boys that were attending secondary school. And one of them was a very good friend of mine.
Hey, Form 1 boy! Hey, my brother, it's a surprise. I hope your seniors are not bullying you too much.
Oh.
You can't complain, no? Can't complain. But you are looking good. Seriously, you are looking really good. What's new? Some powerful thing here. Wow, man. Oh, come on, tell me about it. I want to know. Wallahi, I'll tell you.
Wow.
Let's go, my brother.
On my reaching there, I saw people smoking some wrapped stuff in a white paper. And before then, I've heard that there was something they called marijuana, but I never knew what it was, and I never had a look at it. So he bought one and wrapped it, and I asked him that, what is this?
This thing opens your mind. It makes it able for you to study for longer hours. It gives you retentive memory. This is the secret to academic excellence. You need it. Take it.
Are you sure about it?
Very sure.
And because I was also, I wanted to be very clever, I collected it and smoked. So later when I went to secondary school, I met other friends too who were also addicted to the marijuana. And in the school, we had some friends that we called the Tribe of Judah. There were people who were interested in this kind of reggae music and things. And they were saying that the marijuana was the thing that the Rastafarians smoke in order to sing. So we were also aspiring to be like them.
Babylon come and light it at a fire, me a chant. Yes, I'm a ganja planter. Call me the ganja farmer. Deep down in the earth, to me put me ganja. Babylon come.
But one day, around 12 midnight, I went to the school toilet to smoke. Then I was caught by a senior, and he reported me to the senior housemaster on the next day. So I was given indefinite suspension. So I had to go to my mom, who was then working at Newmont Ghana Limited, Kenyasi. So when I went there, because by then I was so much interested and my everything was about the drugs, the marijuana, I also went to find other people who were smoking there. So I went to join them. So in the ghetto one day, I met a friend who was a deportee from Singapore. And he said he liked the deport so much, so he would like me to escort him to his house so that he will show me some stuff. So on reaching there, I saw that he brought some stuff, some crystal-like pebble, and he put it on something we call the bunker. And he lit the matches and started taking it. And I asked him that, what is this?
This is almighty rock. It makes you feel so good.
But he didn't tell me that it was cocaine. And anybody that smokes marijuana, he craves for something that is more higher than marijuana.
Come, try it.
So I tried the crack. Then I felt something with him. I saw that I was a different person. All that I was doing, I thought I was enjoying life. So he introduced me to the crack. So I tried it. And I saw that I was doing things abnormally. I could approach people that I could not easily approach. And I could talk to anybody, things that I couldn't do easily. I was doing it very easily.
I feel like I'm in heaven.
So the next day, I felt like to go for more. So I went to the guy and he gave it to me. But there was a point in time that he told me,
for the past few weeks, I've been supplying with this stuff for free. Of course. But what you don't know is that it is very expensive and then very hard to come by.
It surprised me, oh. I don't understand what you're talking about. Eh? What do you mean by that?
Don't you understand English anymore? What I mean is that I can't continue to feed you freely with the stuffs anymore. You have to work, get some money, and buy them for yourself.
I don't work. I don't have any work to do, so what are you saying? I don't have a job. Huh? Oh, my guy.
You don't worry. You can join me at work today.
Oh,
yeah.
Really? Wow. That is good. That is very good.
Yes.
Okay, but can I get a roll for the road? Very important, you know.
Roll for the road. Sure, why not? But I'll deduct it from your earning this evening.
No problems at all. No problems. But you know what? I hope the work is a very good one.
Why? Don't you trust me anymore?
I trust you, of course. If I don't trust you, whom will I trust? Trust you. Why?
Let's go inside.
Hey, bye, my
So
bro.
he told me that he have some work that he can show me to do, and the work was that he was a pickpocket. So when he goes to pick people, I will be standing at one point and be watching that nobody will look at what we are doing or know that this is what we are doing. So I was like a spy for him. So anytime we got the money, then we shared it among ourselves and then we smoked.
Relax. Very soon, you'll be the master. But maybe if I retire. There are no queens.
But luckily, I was caught back in my former school. So I went back to the school. But the town that the school was, they had no ghetto in the town. But the next town, they had a ghetto there. So what I was doing is that by then I was a boarder. But I could leave school like 3 days and I'll go and stay in the ghetto and smoke. So one day too, I was caught in this act. But they never knew that it was because of the drugs that I was smoking. And nobody, even my families, never knew that I was on drugs. All they knew was that maybe I was following bad friends and stuff, and were teaching me all kind of these things. So, but by the grace of God, I was able to complete my secondary school. But when I completed, because I wasn't working then, I had to pass all other means to get my money. I could remember one day my mother bought a brand new stove and a gas, and I sold it. I took it to a friend that I want some money from this, and the guy gave me 15 Ghana cedi, which was 150,000, the old currency. And he told me to come the next day.
Why? Are you here for the money?
Yes. Can I have it?
Ooh. Listen, I'm sorry, okay? The money I gave you yesterday is all I can afford. Listen, if you don't like it, let me go back in there and bring your gas and your stove so you can return my money, okay?
But because I didn't have any money then, I couldn't go for this thing. And my mommy was always talking about this, so I became ashamed. And it came to a point in time that because my grandfather was a pastor, and whenever there was harvest or any celebrations in the church that they have to share envelopes, when they bring the envelope to the house, I opened the envelope and took monies out of it. And my grandfather never knew. And so one day I was in his room doing the act and my grandfather caught me. They said, what am I doing? I started lying that.
See, it's not my fault too. You see, a friend of mine, actually a friend of mine, and his friend, who is also a friend of mine, asked me to bring something so that he will add up to something so that we can. Okay, actually, we are planning to travel. So he asked me to bring this money so that we add up to something that we travel to either.
I was saying all kinds of stuff, but they knew that I was involved in something. So my grandfather sent a spy around me that they should be monitoring my movement. So one day I went to one ghetto, and then my grandfather walked in there and saw me with the junkies, the people that were smoking. And he said, this is what you have been doing. I remember that he cried that day, that why have I involved myself in this?
Oh, Mauli.
but I didn't take it any serious. It came to a time that whenever I enter the house, everybody locks the door because they were afraid that maybe I might steal their belongings and go and sell outside. Oh, I went outside. By now, I had a little experience in the pickpocketing I learned from the guy. So I was experiencing it by myself. And sometimes I went to con people on the street. Like, I'll come and talk to you that...
My name is David. I'm from Sunyani. I was supposed to meet my uncle here this morning at the new plant station, but I was delayed, so he's nowhere to be found. I don't even know his whereabouts now.
So give me a call.
Madam, that's the problem. Someone just stole my phone, my wallet, because I'm new in town.
Okay, here, you can use my phone to call.
My uncle's number is not in my head, so I can't even give him a call. All I'm asking for is some money to board a bus back to Sunyani. That's all I'm asking for. I beg you in the name of God. I don't know where to turn to. I'm stranded. I don't know where to pass. Please, just help me out. I beg you. I'm begging you, please. I beg you in the name of God. Please.
You can take this.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You're a lifesaver. Thank you.
And they were giving me money, and I gathered the money and I'll go into the ghetto and I smoke. And I remember one day I was in the ghetto. Then a mate of mine who was a female, who was then schooling at Accra Poly, he saw me and called me.
Hi, Mauli. What are you doing around here?
Sorry, I don't think we ever met before. I'm sorry.
I'm Gifty, your classmate. Remember?
I don't think I know.
Gifty.
We'll go now.
And you know Mauli wisdom.
I beg, don't waste my time, sister. We'll go, bro. I don't know how for anywhere.
And she went away. But later when I went to the place they were smoking the drug, even though I had money to smoke, I was crying. And a friend of mine asked me,
What is it, Mauli? What is it?
Coffee. The lady we met this morning is indeed my classmate. I wanted to be just like her, but look at me now. Look at my life.
the junkie life was very, very bad. Sometimes you, for a very long time, you not even feel like bathing. You not have a very good place to sleep. And especially when you have smoked all your money, then you regret for, I mean, especially when you have got a huge amount of money, then you smoke all. Then you feel like, if it hasn't been this drug, I would have used this money for a better purpose. Our advice parents is that they should be very, very watchful over their children, because a lot of the children, when they go out, they don't know, the parents don't know what they go and do outside. And they should be also watching the friends that they move along with. A lot of the people that got involved in this drug were true friends. He has done for me, he has done for me, he has done for me, he has done for me. What my mother could not do, he has done for me. What my father could not do, he has done for me.
Singa kande, yai, ninaita ya atubilawe. Help me pick it up, take up with it in my minute and say. Singa kande, yai, ninaita ya atubilawe. Help me pick it up, ichichikonde chiri mumanja yako. Save a life.